Hi, this is Christian Day, actor, writer, dad, producer, business consultant, many hats. So I've had close ones suggest that I coach and give a little guidance on manifesting because I've um, I've been a creator in that way, I guess. And this is going on year 6 of really applying the principles and really, you know, making it a part of my, I guess, daily ritual. Um, Many books have kind of been transformative for me, and I will put those in the link description. But because I don't have all the authors on the top of my head, but there is the Total Law of Attraction, which was really good. It breaks it down to a quantum level. It tells you the science of it. And so there's a lot of people that are really science based and they don't want to hear about feelings and stuff like that. So you'll love it. Another science based one would be anything by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has You Are the Placebo, which I would suggest reading first. He talks about a lot of the studies and that they've done on it. And then Becoming Supernatural is his second book after that. Really good books. Dr. Joe Dispenza is incredible. If you're in the Northwest area, he does retreats here pretty much yearly. I'm not sure when he's having one next year, but he does them in Seattle, usually when he does them here. And and then The Power of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz is not really law of attraction centric, but he there's stuff he touches on. It's a self help book, really. And then The Four Agreements, which is also a self help book, but he touches on it a little bit. And then Asking It Is Given by Esther Hicks. And yes, I'm gonna put all these in the description, but today I wanted to title this video "Hurt People Hurt People." And I wanted to talk about getting stuck in loops. And I call it a loop because, you think 70,000 thoughts a day on average, and 95% of those are thoughts that you were thinking the previous day, and the previous day, and that's a loop to me. And so, you get in these emotional refractory periods, what they call them in psychology, where something or someone hurts you. And the emotional refractory period is how long you are emotional about that event that took place. So if it's weeks on end, you call that a mood. If it's years, it's become a personality trait. And so someone asks you, why are you this way? And you have to go back years to talk about something that happened 2 years ago, and you still keep replaying the event. In the body, the subconscious body, and I guess we'll talk about the subconscious a little bit because I don't know if this is common knowledge to everyone, but you have the conscious mind that's saying, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to go there, I want to do that. And then the subconscious mind is the body that beats the heart, that contracts the lungs. It does it automatically. It does it without you saying, breathe, 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 as many times as, or tells your heart to beat as many times as it beats a minute. And the problem is that those thoughts on the subconscious level, those thoughts get to the subconscious level, and the body doesn't know the difference between the truth or fiction. The body doesn't know. So if you say, this person hurt me, I can never do such and such again. So when you want to do such and such, the body's going to remind you or react anytime you want to do such and such. So, for an example, if you want to become an actor, but your family members or your friends you were on a stage and they said, "Oh, that was a horrible performance. You'll never be a good actor. You'll never be a good actor." When you bury that in the subconscious mind on that breathing, heart beating level, anytime you consciously say, "I want to audition for this," and you maybe go out for the audition, your subconscious mind is going to have some discomfort when you go out for that audition. And if you let it, it will affect your performance. It will hinder you greatly. And so that's something to be aware of. And forgiveness. So when you talk about hurt people hurting people, it's because you haven't forgiven them. You're still in that emotional refractory period. And this is not something that I am immune to by any means, because I've definitely been I've definitely been in a long emotional refractory period to where my personality was altered for years as a younger adult. And becoming aware of that, metacognition, thinking about the thoughts that you're thinking about, just helps you forgive and helps you, you know, pick out things. Like, for instance, when I wake up in the mornings and I like to do thought exercises. And so the thought exercises basically consist of me thinking about, or just sitting still, sitting the body still, and just focusing on the thoughts that start sprouting up. And if I keep saying, okay, why do I keep seeing her? Why is that still popping up? You start cutting it, you start tinkering, and you start, because you can't control what you think about, but you can control how long you think about it. So you start making those adjustments, and anything you practice, you get good at it. So, that's a part of forgiveness. That's a part of looking at it and cutting those. And I think a big part of forgiveness is forgiving ourselves, because we can be really hard on ourselves without even knowing it, because it's on that subconscious heart beating level. And so when you think about those thoughts of you're not a good person, and you become what you think about. And so if you think, because someone said to you, you're bad at doing this or you're bad at doing that, and it's made it to your subconscious level, you're going to start seeing things from that. Like, it's just like seeing a car that you have never seen that car before. But now that you've seen it, afterwards, you keep seeing it pop up. Wow, did the car just appear? Likely not. It's probably been around a while. But you start thinking about it, you've seen it, now it starts popping up in your experience. You're looking for it. And so whatever you think about, you're looking for. Whatever you look for, you're going to find. If you're looking for, you're bad at doing something here, you're going to keep seeing things in your experience that reinforce that idea. And so I think being careful what you think about, and thinking about what you think about is like a big part of forgiveness, and think about something that you want to be forgiven for, and forgive that person like you would want to be forgiven for whatever you did, because we all make mistakes. And so what does forgiveness look like? And that's that's a big misconception as well, because a lot of people think, okay, you're supposed to forgive me and reconnect. And that's not the case all the time. That can be the case, but I think it's also important to take inventory of how you feel after interactions with certain people or any people. You leave the conversation, you leave the interaction, and how do you feel? Is your frequency raised or lowered? How are you feeling? And if it's negative almost every single time, that's probably someone that you need to distance yourself from. And it's important to remember that that's not really an indictment on them. That's a lot of what you're looking for. But whatever the case may be, if it's not favoring you and if it's hindering you, it only makes sense to not re-engage, because some people grow differently. Some people it just doesn't work. And then but hurt people hurt people. I think we should really take inventory of the thoughts we think about and the behaviors that we're exhibiting throughout the day, and how we're being affected and how we're affecting other people. And that is a huge part of, manifesting things for yourself, is getting a grip on your thoughts. And so that's what I wanted to cover today. I will talk to you guys later. Remember to respond more and react less. Have a good day.